the paints pick up the phone. A magic world is now our own. Melissa's dolls and toys appear. Come join the fun, the show is here.
Hi guys, so today I have one of my little pet shops that I've rescued from really not caring hands. I paid for him, but originally it was mine, then I gave it away to children when I was younger, so they've been into many hands before. I grabbed them back, I paid for them, so I don't feel as bad. And the child is growing out of them, so it's okay in my opinion. And this is childhood toys of mine, so I didn't really want to give them up before, but I'm very happy that I managed to get them back. I get a portion of my whole collection back, and they all, oh my gosh, he is still leaking water. That's not good. I hope I can manage it. I put them in bath, but I didn't recollect they had the headscene, and now it's like still watery. Maybe we can hope the whole water is out, because I wanna paint him very much, and I'm still afraid the water will come off. So we can start with the face, and he has a lot of unfortunate stuff that happened to him. I was very careful when I owned them and looking at them in very rough conditions. He is in a good condition compared to some of them, so we need to rescue him. And I have a few ideas, and I managed to make my idea list a little bit smaller. And yeah, let's start it with acetone. I hope I can use normal acetone to remove the paint. Unfortunately, acetone wasn't the best idea. It was smudging everywhere and it was making a lot of mess that I ended up really putting paint over it. The whole idea of this LPS, the Lion LPS that I am doing right now, is to make him the first of the whole series. I wanna film them after foods and sweets, mostly sweets and fruits. But in the future, I don't see why we can't expand the filming, because it's really end up being relaxing for me, like taking something from my childhood and making it fresh, new and amazing. So here we have when I give up on our acetone removal and go to the paint. I take my inspiration that I prepared. This is one of 4 that I've made, but this one was the first one and I think the best one. So I grabbed this, and of course I did it not in the camera, of course, like why would I try to really manage to capture what I'm doing. This is unfortunately stuff that I need to work on, but I started with a really thick layer. I used this brush that has been used for many stuff before, and I've managed to do this really carefully around every area that I didn't wanna put paint on, but the end result just wasn't it. It was looking like a mask painted on, really streaky, really thick, the texture was off, and I was really hating it. But I kept going because I came that far and I was doubting myself if this even could look good, and I really lost all of my brushes. I don't know where I put them. I can't find my brushes. I know I had a lot of them, but I'm still using this one and the other that are really crusty and old, and this is just not it. I need to go and buy more brushes. But I was lucky enough to find another brush. I don't know how I found this one and not all the others, but I found one brush that later saved us, because this was misery. It looks like he has a face mask on, really thickly applied, and we couldn't just leave him like that. And yeah, of course I make the table dirty with his face, like, come on. There we have the savior brush, and this enabled me to make really thin layers, and this is a key for this customization process. Thinnest layers are the best. more thin layers than the really thick one, because the texture that they were creating, it wasn't cool. So this time it was really amazing, and he started to look tasty because he's a cookie themed character, and I really want him to look like he was baked in the oven and had this really nice golden brown color, and I really love that about him, and the color combo that I chose for him. He was so cute, and I really was thinking if I could keep the LPS logo on him or I don't want this, and I ended up really putting a lot of paint on this, so it's not visible anymore. Unfortunately, this brush also didn't provide me with the really detailed finish that I wanted, so I put the paint on the areas that I didn't really want the paint to go, but for the moment I didn't really put a mind on this, because I was very relieved about the our wonderful texture that is going on now compared to what we had with the other brush. But now when I changed the colors, it was really struggling for me, because I didn't want to do a big mess and just go back and forth and really clean the edges. It was quite a challenge, but I've tried to keep this as neat as possible. I really like the color that I chose for his mane, because it's very chocolate coated, and I think he looks tasty. I would eat him, but we can't eat plastic, remember, this is not safe. But yeah, I really like how he was coming together. I tried to be really following the sketch that I've made, but I did not in the end, so keep an eye on that. I've changed a lot of stuff, and I think I make him better. I just regret one thing that I forgot about the hearts in the ears. I think this would be so cute, but I forgot, unfortunately. This is on me. I keep all the responsibility of that in my brain. So yeah, I was really working on it. See, I was making it so detailed. I tried so carefully. I tried to put all the paints in all the little crevices without taking out and using the big nasty brush that didn't look good with the texture. As you can see, making the mane on the lower half of his body leave a lot of really nasty spots of paint on his face, so I needed later to go back and fix that. Painting the really covered areas also was very hard, but I kept going and feel the vibes of him, and still not sure if this will work out, but I really enjoy painting him. This was something relaxing for me. I can't even imagine why, but it was very much, and I think this will be quite a change of my channel, because I am not giving up the dolls, of course not, but I want to give you guys one video a week, and this is a lot of content, and I am not able to buy a lot of stuff for my dolls and film it every week or do some customs every week, because this is way too much work. I think LPS took me a lot smaller amount of times than the Barbie custom would do, and I will be mix and match them. So we will be having some LPS stuff, some Barbie stuff, and some other stuff. Like I made 2 custom Labubus that nobody really liked watching, but I really enjoy doing this. And this is not all about the views, this is about our hobby, sharing, and really about capturing the moments and sharing it. Yeah, this is my hobby, this is what I like doing, and this is what I want to share. If I want to do views, I would be putting my cats doing funny stuff on the internet. I did it for a really short while, and we had so much bomb on TikTok, and I really didn't like doing this anymore because it took my time. This wasn't really creative of me, so I stopped that, and I opened my own YouTube channel to do what I love and share what I love. It's not that I don't love my cats, this is the complete opposite, but like putting them in this situation, then they are doing funny stuff, And they do it all the time, but they do it in our private scenarios, and I don't wanna really risk it, like putting myself into the situation that I always need to have a camera ready for whatever they are going to do next. Like, no, this is not what I want in my life. So this I want to paint our little figurines and play with my dolls, okay? This is what I wanna do, and this is what I'm going to do. So I grabbed on the small brush for the nail art and clean up the edges. I think I did 2 or 3 coats. I only showed one, but I did it off camera because I want the best precision, okay? So of course I'm out of the camera again, and we are getting another coat. I used the small brush to get in some very difficult areas to be painted with the bigger ones, so I made sure to coat it in a paint for sure. Like, why not? Let's make him crispy. Let's make him amazing. So I named him Charlie because of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Maybe this was the idea, and because Charlie it's with the C and H, and it's like for cookie. In Poland we have this funny stuff called the shop called Biedronka. It's like Ladybug, and they have their own gangs that are like vegetables, fruits, and like other items, and they have names that started the same as the products. So this is very, very funny, and this is a big hit with children, and I think I wanna name all of my LPS character this way. This was my own little cutesy not maybe not gang, because gang is kinda edgy. I think this is my own twist of it. So we have Cookie Charlie. And yeah, I really like that. I wanna make more characters like that with a lot of themes, like mostly food, but in the future we can go and do more and more. So yeah, here we have me completely going out of the plan, doing this kinda cute lighter parts to contrast more, but it went a little bit too dark, so later yeah, this is me taking the wrong paint and trying to where can I put it, because I took it and it's not what I was supposed to do, so let's use it anyway. Let's not disregard any paint. So yeah, here we have me trying to put it nicely in some spots. I have a good day today. I was recording this voiceover a lot of times, a lot of separate days. So yeah, today is a funny day for me. I will be starting probably another project very, very soon. But I also want your comments here. What do you think about that? If you like this a little bit of the change of the channel with more toys, not only dolls. This is, I think, give me a lot of flexibility with the content, and it will be making me easier to do 1 video a week for sure. And I wanna do that. I wanna make it a special me time, because every woman needs some me time and a little artistic liberties. Where, of course, putting here, I'm not really being with the plan. I'm going with the flow, not following the plan. But I love his nose. His nose is like a little chocolate flick. I love that. And yeah, me with nice trying to repair some damages. But here we have him. The biggest regret that I have that I didn't cover the eyes with something so they wouldn't be damaged, so we can still have a little bit of the shine originally that was in there, because later when I covered them in paint, it's unfortunately gone. And it is kind of bothering me. I want to use something on top of it to make it maybe shinier in the future, but I don't want to mess up the paint job that I did, okay? This is not what I want to do. I want him to be so cute as he is. So here we have me really patient, really doing this slowly. Even in the speed up version, you see how slow it's getting. And it's speed up, a lot speed up, like 3 or 4 times speed up. So you can see me struggle so much to make it perfect. And of course I didn't make it perfect. of course I couldn't, and I needed later to clean up the lines with the paint that he has his fur in, so it took a few coats to really not be as visible. So sure, that's cool. I can deal with it. Of course, this was very relaxing, even though I'm sometimes frustrated when I paint and something didn't go as I planned. This time was very different. I don't know if maybe I'm more grown and matured, or this process was just something fresh to me. I never painted on 3D things. No, it will be a lie. I painted my dolls, but not on the figures that I just can really easily fix up with another layer of paint. Because with Barbies you don't wanna really risk it and put too much paint, but here I could layer and layer how much I wanted, and this was so much fun and so much creative freedom, and I really like the process of that. And I think our king, the Lion King, the Charlie the cookie, is so cute. I tried to do this really impressionate eye with I see on a few LPSs I had a few like that their colors in the eyes aren't put in the straight lines, but they sometimes wiggle a little. They had really different expressions in a lot of them. I don't really know how they. I heard one person say the name of this stuff in their eyes that are the lines that are wiggly, but I'm not sure if I can pronounce it correctly, so I will not try. I'm sorry. This is just wiggly lines that I made with the amazing tool that is the dotting tool for the nail art. I'm not really good at nail art either. You can see this in my nails, of course, but I tried my best very much, and I think positive energy is just throwing around on me today, and I'm very happy with him as he was turning out and how he ended up in the end, and still he is on my shelf, and I look at him and I'm proud of myself, because this, in my opinion, is a ginormous improvement of him, and he's such a cutie pie. Maybe not a pie, a cutie cookie. This is also sounds very cheesy, but we can be sometimes cheesy, right? We should be. And what do you think about the intro I made? I changed the intro because, to be honest, I lost the last one. I probably deleted it and was very mad at myself, but it was okay. I needed to do something better. It's still very easy like to do, and I don't do stuff that takes me a lot of time. Unfortunately, I don't have the time for doing everything that I wanted, so I need to cut corners in what I can. And for me to do my normal job, my hobbies, and then this channel, I need to, and of course, time for the family, okay? I need to cut corners wherever I can to make it all possible, and to still feel creative and very like not focus. Oh my gosh, the word just disappeared from my brain. Fulfilled. Yeah, I wanna feel fulfilled doing a lot of stuff at once, and I always been like that. I need to do a lot of stuff at once. I can't be just invested in one thing and following that. I need a lot of stuff at once. And oh my gosh, he's looking so cute. I'm looking at him and oh my gosh, I wanna eat him. He should have a chocolate inside him, and he will be so good. The freckles and the dots really give him the cookie vibe that I wanted, and he looks so adorable like that. I just love him, and the adding freckles was just so amazing. It was stressful. I didn't want to mess the dots up, of course, but I really like that. I think it gives him more of the like personality, and I was very grateful that I of course used a hair dryer, because this speed up the process, and this really enabled me to drop him up and still being able to really have him the best shape possible. like the paint wasn't on my table and stuff when he was dropped, like it happened in the beginning. But now he is very amazing. Oh my gosh, I struggle with the eye shines because the paint was it was very thick, and even the dotting tool, you can see on the dotting tool we have some clumps of the paint, unfortunately, and I did off the camera try to fix it, and here you go, the way how it turned out. It's not perfect. They are sisters, not twins, but they are definitely cute, and we can say that. Yeah, I even like him when his eyes aren't as like shiny as they were. He definitely is an improvement in my opinion, and I'm very proud to you for him, but proud to show it to you. I'm very happy I chose this design and went for it. And yeah, I was consider it also a cosmic design on him and some pastels one and half and half, but I think this is the best. If you like this video, leave a comment, give a like, and see you later. So goodbye.